Well, I thought they were going to mute us, Nico.
I mean, like, I don't want to, like... It messes me up, right,
Make 'em
when I hear
post or
them talk
something.
over, so...
I just have them down at like 5%.
Oh shit, it's live.
Well, I thought they were going to mute us. Well,
Alright.
I thought they were going to mute us.
I mean, like, I don't want to...
Okay.
I mean, like, I don't want to, like...
Hey.
It messes me up, right,
Make 'em
when I hear
post or
them talk
something.
over, so...
I just have them down at like 5%.
Oh shit, it's live. It's live.
All right, you're right. I do have to mute them. Okay.
Chris, I think we should mute ourselves for the
We'll
stream.
just use Dan as
It's
our
a bit loud. I'm gonna
go-between.
mute myself.
Wait,
Actually, we can't mute.
no, we can't mute
How
ourselves.
many people
Yeah.
in this call?
Dan, can you turn down our volumes then? Because I hear myself like pretty loud.
Yeah, I can.
Does
I mean, just turn off the stream.
need to be in here
Idiot.
because
No,
then we're over
when
the
I'm in,
the
like my
pixelation
voice in the stream
threshold.
talking to you for the game is very loud.
Oh,
So, but we're live. So Dan, I
you
guess
can like reduce the mic input if you want to.
Alright, we're ready to go.
Okay.
Right.
So Ryan, unfortunately, there were some scheduling issues. So Nico and I are taking over. Burn One taking over for Ryan. Commentary. I got myself, Carmen, and Nico here.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Commentate this match.
We're going to have an interesting matchup here. We're going to have the Konosuba Darkness build with the new cards versus Adventure Time. And I'm not sure what build of Adventure Time UA is playing.
UA is playing something very interesting. I'll get into it once the game actually starts here, because I don't know.
Touching on you a little bit for the Adventure Time stuff, because I wasn't really invested in the set.
Yeah,
So
sure.
all the cards.
Thankfully, Dan here has the card descriptions pulled up here on the left and right sides.
That is a little convenient.
Yeah, so
Or boy in the back, Dan's Ranch.
yeah, shout out to Dan's Ranch.
Who do you think is favored in this match?
You know what? I have no idea. UA's playing a very interesting build. I think the level 1, from what I know of what UA is playing, is going to be very back and forth. But the fact that I think Yabi's actually going to have the mid-game advantage because he can sort of back up over and play for board a little bit. But it looks like we're about to get into it here. I think they're
Are they going
they're still mulliganing. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like UA's going first.
Is UA playing like a memory-heavy variant of Adventure Time?
Yes. So now that we're started and they've muted us and everything, UA is playing 4 of each event. No level 1 climax combo. Going completely off the stalker. He is playing hyper memory. So
What's it? So his climax spread is like what? 4 choice for the top end, and then what's his?
4 empty door.
The classic.
Yeah. So he was saying Gara ruined, and that's all he can play. So he likes this, and he's trying it out. Yabi, I believe that's a 4K, and your opponent can pay 2 to Encore, I believe.
For his
And then he's also slamming down Wiz Futaba. Really great card for Konosuba, Common Legend of Crimson. Don't have to play Swimsuit anymore. You have other oversized options. UA cancels once. I think he's thinking if he's going to resolve Ice King's effect, you can drop a card, search a Marceline? I don't believe he did. Looks like he's just might be flooding here and clocking a climax. Because if there's one thing Adventure Time does have, it has very good ditch outs. So
Like he just wanted to use the Ricky
yeah, true.
card advantage going.
Ricky into Wildberry Princess, pretty good. UA can tie off board here.
Yep.
Tie with the well, I believe he has to slam another card to tie. The fin is you have to have 2 or more other.
Oh, it doesn't just get like 2k power. You need to actually have.
I believe so. If Dan can pull up the information here, I'm. It's either you have to have 1 other or 2 or more other.
Oh, you're right. It's 2 or more other.
Even so, the Wildberry is going to remove itself from the board as well, so that's probably not what he's going for. He probably doesn't care. He just wants to throttle Yabi going to level 1. Gets the Ice King is a bonder to the Remember You event that is currently in his clock. That's probably what he's thinking about.
Is it a pay bond or is it a ditch bond?
Ditch bond.
Okay.
Both are ditch bonds. He's on 4 sword for
sword for Remember You, and then he has a bunch of other like auxiliary cards that go to memory, right?
Yep.
Like the drop salvager and stuff, yeah.
Crashes into Futaba. But I do not believe Yabi plays the Takitsubo in this list because you run the 4 copies of the Worries Drop Searcher. For those of you that only play English, the card that Yabi just put down is the re-edit foil version of the double Drop Searcher that only searches for Worries characters, so only Darkness. If you were confused about the art, looks like he's going for 2 level 1 combos. If you haven't seen this before, it's kind of like Goblin Slayer. It's 500 for each other instead of just 2k. But so sit 6k cross turn if you fill your board. Then on attack, you search or salvage for the merge pieces.
Yep.
So pretty cool. Very, very consistent. It's off wind. It's not off a plussing trigger, but like wind can be very good or very bad. I don't think it's going to do much for Yabi in this matchup. But we'll see. Hits climax, so Darkness going to be swinging in for 4 soul here. And UA eats it.
Unlucky.
That being said, depending on UA's hand here, if he can get a sword off and like resolve a stalker, he's in like a pretty decent spot. So we will see.
All right, so his sword worked.
All right. Going in for Remember You, 2 stalkers here. Very nice. This is sort of best case scenario for UA here.
Yeah.
This is very good. He's going to be able to come back to this turn with 5 stock.
He's going to have a lot next turn to play with then.
Slams a climax.
How damage falls too, Chris might be left in a pretty awkward position, especially if he gets hit to like 1/6 or something.
Yeah, if he can't clock this coming turn, it's going to feel pretty bad. Because like the one thing with the Darkness deck is because it is relying off that double drop search as opposed to like sort of like a plussing engine, like a Ricky or something like that, or the Takitsubo. going into your level 1 turn, as opposed to other like good modern decks, you might be down a little bit of hand. So you really want that clock.
He's on 3 on that swing. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's really good. Oh, and he hits choice.
Do you think he's gonna stock or go for hand? His hand is
He's only a
lacking,
3
right?
hand.
Yeah,
so
I
he
think
might
he's
take
probably
hand.
yeah, he's probably gonna take something.
Especially because like you don't want to bury that too much anyway. Yeah, takes that to hand. You don't want to bury that choice too much anyway, because you want to like play 2 events, swing back again.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Yabi's turn here is gonna be pretty well, actually, that's a little unfortunate.
Yeah,
He and his
those went
clock.
to
He has a
clock.
lot of like the merge pieces in clock right now.
Those two, the level 0 part of the combo is really important when you have like multiple level 1 turns to be able to get that one specifically, because you can exchange that one for a card from your grave. You tap it, you ditch a copy of that card, and then salvage a character. So, really unfortunate that those two are in clock. And like I said at the beginning of the game, unfortunately, Yue kind of had, he was describing sort of like a bit of a backup-y strategy. Like if like like obviously if Yarbucker is forced to crash even a single lane, like he gets the stock and it goes crazy, but not going to be a problem for Yabi's deck. It's going to sit big and swing over without any issue. Just slams climax as is.
So
these
the
are only going to be 5Ks.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty weak on defense.
That's really unfortunate. I wonder if he just didn't have the hand to support.
Yeah, he probably didn't want
at least one more card.
Down.
Because Finn's going to be 55 right now. If he plays another sword, 6K before any other effects.
What are you talking about? Yue's actually just going to level 3 this turn.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's pretty bad.
We got the
Pops a free fresh. And that saves his lane and gives him a stock. That's really nice, actually.
Yeah.
So that's a 2 stock free fresh. Pretty good.
And then these darknesses are going to sit at 4 or 5 on defense. So
yeah, they can get farmed.
Stock, yeah.
This is what UA needed to get back into this game. Should be a pretty big tempo swing, unless UA just eats this anyway. And still goes to level 3.
On the bright side for UA, I don't think he can hit level 3 this turn.
I don't.
But he could get hit like 2-5, 2-6, which would be really unfortunate.
Gets his free stock.
Chris searches out the veneer, the other merge piece.
He must have the level 0s in hand, or just not have access to them at all. He's either screwed out of them, or he already has them.
UA does eat all that, so it's kind of like one of those unfortunate scenarios I just talked about. Now he's at 2-5, even after free refreshing.
Yeah, he's going to have a... Oh, he does do the Marceline search. Grabs another Brainstormer. With Remember You in memory, the Brainstormer is a frontal 5. Hopefully UA has a healer here.
Yeah. Adventure Time does have some early play healers, right? Does UA run
Yeah, stock healer. The stock healer. Yep, there it is.
Okay. Problem is, he doesn't have that big of a hand now, right? If I'm tracking, he only has like 2 more cards left in hand. Yeah, it looks like he only's got the 1 left, so is he going to try to brainstorm? Oh, it's 2. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Oof. He kind of wants to play a Remember You here to hit like a power threshold. But since the assist is cross turn, to Remember You and Memory.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just gonna go for some stock.
Yeah.
Even after backup, these fins are gonna be. Well, no, the assist isn't going, so they're only 55 unless UA claims a climax here. Triggers a door, grabs the counter. There we go, anti-change counter. If you haven't seen that before, it's kind of similar to the Gochi counter, but it's a pay 2 instead of a pay 1 sack 1. And it does the same effect where they bring out a level 0. Robbie
First swing.
cancels.
I think Yabi's field is kind of dead here, though.
Yeah.
Cancels again. Okay, so if Yabi can actually like find a way to like refresh right now without having to clock, he's like in a hell of a good position. Oh, I guess not. Unfortunate. So his entire clock's going back in, so he's going to be less compressed. But even then, it's still going to be fine, especially if he's able to get the trance off a couple times.
I hope he has them in his hand. I saw those 2 from his clock. He's going through pretty quickly here. I don't see any additional copies, so maybe he has 2 in hand already. That would be great. If he can get 2 darknesses out with the blue back row, like if he can clock blue here, those things aren't dying until the end of the game.
Does UA run the Demon Sword event? Would he ever consider trying to Demon Sword them?
I am unsure if Dan could DM deck lists here. That would be great.
I don't think I've seen it yet. So he might not run it, because that's kind of like a meta tech.
Yeah. Okay.
And he clocks blue off the top.
Yeah. Dang. How strong? No, UA is not running. He's running double free fresh counter. Okay. Which makes sense based on his build, actually. It's like the free fresh will like he'll like snipe a lane on his opponent's turn and then like free fresh for 2.
All right, so he's going to do the double drop search.
Okay.
Searches out the early play darkness, which... Okay, I didn't know he ran that. All right, so he's also going to be able to play that down. So I'm assuming he's going to go for like double trance in the early play, just because the UA has a level 3 on the board. So that
darkness that's the idea.
Yeah.
The earlier darkness, the set 1 darkness does it's hexproof, sits at 10k. At the beginning of your opponent's draw phase, it gives any of your characters 4,000 power, including itself, as long as it's in center stage. And then it also has damage reflect, so lets you set up an extremely thick board. I'm pretty sure this board becomes like almost completely unreversible for UA until the end of the game.
Yeah.
If he can get the full Exodia board out, which looks like he's going to be able to.
He did play down another copy of the 1-0, so I don't actually know if he's gonna get the full board out.
If people aren't familiar with sort of how the darkness list plays, because the darkness top checks 3 when it merges or comes in from hand, it lets you sort of dig into your events. So it lets you like cut down on your number of like foreclosure and stuff that you're running. So you like more consistently have access to those cards, since you have to like draw into them with Konosuba. Although of course Yabi's probably looking for his choice here so that he can start doing the cross turn burn.
Yeah.
Looks like he's only doing 1. And
I don't think he's going to be able to slam down the back row either.
No. He would have probably already done that.
Pretty sure. So if he's not going to be able to drop the choice, he's probably going to be able to or he's probably playing the win this turn.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Dan, reminding me of something UA said before the event, before the stream started. The idea behind the anti-change counter is because your opponent has to put a level 0 down, if he anti-change counters a lane with the stalkers in, he gets free stock. So it's a 1-cost anti-change. Even though your opponent gets an extra stock off the thing, you do money counter and attack.
So yeah, he's gonna go for another
climax down.
Yeah. Still gonna be able to get a card back to hand off the level 1 combo though. Is he siding here?
I am not sure.
Resolving the choice first.
Well,
I'm assuming he's. I'm assuming
here.
he is. Yeah, I'm assuming he's not siding because he's, from what it's looking like here, he's attacking into the level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's anti-change. That's
Mm-hmm.
could have seen that one coming.
UA cancels, thankfully.
Yep.
He's going to have some good cancels this turn to get back into this game after eating so much damage.
He ate that one though.
Going straight to level 3.
Level 3 with 3 stock is pretty unfortunate too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you can't really do much of anything. He's gonna need to like just get another turn to like just be able to do something.
And Yabi's removing cards from his deck here.
Yeah.
Going to be pretty hard to do much of any damage to him.
Well, he did trigger though.
He did trigger.
Gives UA back the stock healer.
Cancels again. Okay, so 2 cancels that turn. Did eat a big swing though.
So I think UA is probably going to need to try to sandbag a turn here. Because he can't really do too much from what it's looking like right now.
Yeah.
He does have the healer back in hand, so he is able to go down to 3-0 if needed. And still kind of keep a stock. The problem is his hand size is not looking good.
No, not at all.
Oh,
UA hits 3 on Brainstorm.
Okay.
Grabs a Dachi.
Adachi is nice to get rid of that darkness.
Yeah, since it's so big.
What is the other level 0 he's thinking of grabbing here?
That is the Bonder to the Sword event.
Okay. And then he grabs the free fresh counter.
Yep. Lady Rainicorn. God, I can't believe we say these things as if that's normal now. Very funny.
Bushiroad.
Changes his mind here. Goes for the Princess Bubblegum instead. More healers. Still considering. Oh, okay. Goes for a finisher. Okay, finisher's still a healer. You can sort of play it in the same way that like Sal 10th plays the Kirisuna, where you just jam it down as an 11k healer if you want to, and you just kind of wait, which is what UA is going to have to do here.
Yeah. Plays down the Adachi, yeah. Wants to get the big body darkness off the board.
Yeah, he has to go for literally any amount of advantage you get here.
He's going to try to get some stock off of this golden sword boy, Finn.
Yeah. I do think, like, in general, people are looking at the events, and I know, like, while things are being spoiled, that, like, everybody's like, oh, remember, use the better one, and, like, yeah, that's true, but, like, the stalker is, like extremely powerful, extremely powerful tool. Makes the other event more than worth playing.
Ooh,
Oh,
Yabi eats the 4.
that is what was needed. Eats it all.
Okay,
Goes
so he's
straight
yeah.
there. Levels foreclosure, as foreclosure is probably not going to be very
I mean,
useful.
it's not like he's going to be able to draw that again for the rest of the game, so it makes sense.
Yeah, or he already has one.
Well, I mean, like, he's on a new deck, right? It's not like
Mhm.
he's going to be able to access that card in a timely manner because the game's only
Mhm.
probably going to go on for 1 or 2 more turns.
Very true. Looks like he's gonna merge again.
Yep.
Merge, transfuse, whatever you want to call it. Gonna go into another top check 3 here. Possibly see the climax
Hopefully
timeout.
find the choice climax this time. Really sucks because darkness, like the darkness build of Konosuba really sees its like strength peak at like level 2. And you're
Yes.
supposed to be sitting on those darknesses for a good couple of turns, but unfortunately, since a lot of his targets got hit the clock, and
He only got off 1, yeah.
he only managed to get off 1 when he hit level 2. That and like his entire board was answered with the anti-change counter and then the Adachi. So it's a little awkward for him having to like just hard play these.
Yeah. Hard plays that darkness. Still gets the
Yeah.
top check 3, merge or. Okay, throws powered up. So. Okay, and there we go. There's the back row support. That
Yep.
Aqua is 2k to level 3s in front, and it gives you tap it to give any character on reverse bottom deck.
Alright, he's going in without the climax.
Mm.
There's the climax.
Ooh. He might have been just trying to gamble on like keeping a high level of compression versus going for the combo.
I suppose.
Grabs yet another darkness. Whether that is going to hand or stock. It looks like it's going to hand.
Kind of
Powered
disagree
up.
with that. I think you should probably just try to like really put the pressure on this turn, considering you have 2 of the combo on the field.
Yeah.
Because Yue's going to be a 3-1 after this.
Well,
Well,
and he's going to go to refresh, so like the pings are super deadly here.
Yeah.
Cancels it over the top, takes Climax's refresh. On.
Then yeah, that card's removed from the board. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like, if he would manage to swing for like a little more, put like UA to 3-6, that, and since the darkness also have the burns during the opponent's turn, like this just would have been ridiculously awkward for UA. But now UA kind of has like it forces him to not clock, and it's like it's a hell of a lot more of like an all-in.
UA gets 2 heals off.
Because now UA kind of has like a free shot at lethal.
Yeah.
Without much of anything.
It's a low percentage chance of it actually working, but a shot nonetheless, says Weichschwartz.
Just going in without the climax.
Pushing up his brainstormer. More cancels.
I don't know if trying to. Well, maybe he couldn't really do much else. Like, just thinking, it's like I don't know if he should have tried to sandbag yet another turn.
Yeah, it's, as we kind of suspected, Yabi's deck was pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Why he was looking at as few cards as possible. Looks looks like we're going for some powered up plays here.
Yep.
Yeah, powered up Fumio. You've seen it a million times. Every Konosuba deck can do it, and the Darkness build is absolutely no exception.
Yeah. Sad part is I think he shuffles in like 8 or so clean cards if I was tracking, like 7 or 8.
Yeah. I mean, he's just going for game this turn, so he's best numbers possible across the board to just clear out the game here.
Looks like he's just going in. Maybe changing his mind. What attack order do you think Yabi goes for here? Can't attack with a Mega Moon
Swinging
first.
in here for 2 first, because it's 2 or 3.
Cancels on 3. This
Yeah,
is how champions are born.
This gives him the most information whether he wants to go for burn 5 or not, because like you're gonna go for the burn 5 last, right?
Yeah.
So it gives him the most information about what he needs to do. And yet again, unfortunate that Darkness doesn't have its cancel burn up.
Yeah.
Keep getting put in these situations here where the cancel burn would be really great, but would probably also be making Yabi's compression a lot worse. He's riding that wave, as we saw last turn.
All right, are you ready for this? Calling it right now. Cancel on 5 and then cancel on 3 because you know he's going to trigger.
Yeah, it goes for the burn 5 here. It's an extra instance of damage. Was holding the foreclosure.
Okay, he cancels that. I told you it was a trigger. He's
Neo
about to cancel on 3. Here we go.
UA considering free fresh?
I don't think it's an option here. He only has 1 card in hand. I honestly don't think it's an option. Because then he's only going to be left with 2 attacks.
It does win his lane, correct?
No, it's not.
Oh, it doesn't?
Megumin should be like 13-5, so I think he ties the lane?
No, Mega Man should be 11-5. That card does not gain power. So he does win the lane here with the free fresh, which makes it an acceptable play. He only needs to draw a playable or brainstorm for
how
a
does
playable.
Megumin not get power? She gets power
She gets
for
500 for every other.
Yeah, so she would be 13-5.
Oh,
Right?
So they're tying?
I would assume so.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Interesting. We tie. Yes, we tie.
Right, so that was a little unfortunate. I think like the big problem there for UA was just, I guess he was flooded or something, or maybe he just didn't get lucky on his cancels.
Yeah. Unfortunate there. Some like
I think like both players like skipped level 2 or only had like 1 turn at level 2 and then shot straight to 3.
Yabi skipping level 2 gave him like a really good deck to sit on, as we saw, which just gave him a free turn to sort of sculpt and decide how he wanted to kill. Worked out in Yabi's favor. Whereas UA sort of skipping levels just sort of didn't give him enough time to build enough resources to do much of anything.
I think it's really sad to say that though, right? Where we're saying it's like, yeah, it didn't give him enough time or build enough resources, but UA was constantly generating 5 stock a turn. So,
yeah,
man,
he did have a lot of resources to work with despite having a bad game.
Yeah. But he did like free fresh twice, so that does burn through a lot of that.
Definitely very, very interesting build. Interested to see how it plays out in the game 2. UA inching closer to that subscription he must make if he loses.
Oh, did we even tell the chat what the stakes of this are?
We did not tell the chat what the stakes. You can go ahead, Nico. You can tell them.
All right, boys. The loser of this best of 3 has to go subscribe to Belle Delphine. Truly, the
It's a really powerful
it's a really powerful
Hey.
thing they're fighting for.
deciding their opening cuts here. Wonder which rule they're doing here. Are they switching off?
No, I think I saw them roll a dice again.
They roll die again? Okay. Missed that. Well, it might sound like a prize. I'm seeing chat here, but that sub ain't cheap. So
Alright, so Chris goes first, clocks the level 3 Trancer.
opens Futaba,
That's pretty good.
passes the player skill check. Then
Oh.
triggers choice.
Oh, and he has a. Oh, that's pretty good. He just
He
adds the
takes the
aqua.
hand. Okay. I think that's really dependent on deck. Sometimes the deck like really loves having that extra stock, and
Yeah. Well, I think he
Konosuba.
took the hand because I don't think he's like he doesn't see himself having a big stock crunch, right? So his next
Exactly,
turn
yeah.
is probably going to be the. He'd prefer the hand because his next turn is probably going to be the
double drop
and
search. Yeah,
too.
that's what I was gonna say. It's like the double drop search is what you're going for, which is hand intensive instead of stock intensive. So that free plus to hand is very good. Important to note with choice in general, depending on what your build is, whether you're prioritizing going for stock or going for hand.
Yep.
Does influence your mulligan though. Yeah, I'll be making sure that he threw a soul trigger on his mulligan to have that available to him. Same thing as like if you're playing standby or if you're playing door, making sure you have that. Finn online this time, swinging in for 3/5. Or no, even more because of the Flame Princess. So he'll be swinging over Futaba here.
It's kind of a feels bad. You're kind of expecting your. Oh, okay. They were making adjustments
Yeah,
because
as
UA
we
was
all know
underneath.
with webcam,
Yeah.
sometimes it's hard to tell where the lanes are.
Yep.
Who aren't using center markers.
Cancels that swing. So yeah, I'm assuming Yabi turns here is going to be like double drop search, then probably one other card, and yeah. Don't think UA's board is surviving this though, because both of those cards are pretty weak, right? They're both sitting at like 1500 on defense.
Should be, yes. Climax Swapper Darkness here has her on play effect, just mill 3.
Yep.
He pays out the Climax, drops the wind, and takes the wind back.
Interesting. I guess he didn't have the
His
double drop
only
search.
stock out.
Yeah.
His only stock out, yeah. Yeah, we
Mill's
might be out quite a
clean.
bit.
Yeah.
Going for the turbo here. Although milling into your next deck is always good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, triggers a combo piece and leaf a counter there. UA cancels. Gonna get another turn at level 0. Probably really good for UA.
Yeah, I think the more time UA has at like level 0 and level 1 to build up stock and then be able to like send everything to memory is
very
really
important.
really good for him. And from what I'm like understanding, Adventure Time's level 0 isn't that bad.
Mm-mm.
Like especially like if he just drops down to Ricky here, gets another card in hand. What's the other good level 0s that UA's running outside of Ricky?
Running the Wildberry Princess for the sculpting and the memory.
Yep.
The Ice King Bonder, which pulls a Marceline out of deck. Pitch a card.
Okay, he goes for the Wildberry.
Yeah, I think Finn into Wildberry is a pretty strong play.
He's only going to be able to
general.
kill one darkness here, though, unfortunately.
No,
right?
the Wildberry is a bomb. So
oh, that's right.
Yeah, the Wildberry is a bomb. So
All
yeah,
right,
that's what I was trying to get at. Was like Finn into Wildberry can like clear boards that like aren't Futaba, right? Because it doesn't have a level. Goes for the Brainstorm. Probably just looking for some mill here.
Yep.
Mill options at level 0, pretty limited.
Dryfields, okay.
Yeah, this is pretty good here. He can use the Ice King's effect to generate an additional memory because that card has a 2 or less memory condition. So getting that out early is really good. And then it also just removes an additional card from his deck, lets him grab another Marceline Brainstormer. Because by UA's own admission, this is a deck that wants to have a double Brainstormer back row. And since they're global 5s with the event, or not global 5s, frontal 5s, when the event is in memory, makes them definitely not bad back row targets.
Triggers a choice on the card. Ooh, that's pretty good.
This is the nut.
He's going to be able to pay that out immediately.
When this happens, it feels disgusting. This happens.
What we call passing the player skill check.
Yeah. This is extremely, extremely good. Free sculpt and free memory, and it's a bomb that clears opponent's card. Yeah. Very, very good. Deck list will likely be shared at the end of the game. That's up to our 2 players. I believe Dan has them, so we'll run that by them and then we'll throw them up. Goes for the Stalker. Pretty.
That's like his only real level 1. So
yeah, pretty important. Cancels. Okay.
Still really good for Yabi. Actually, both of these players, like this is really good for them because now the game is going to be prolonged.
Yeah. They both kind of want that.
Yeah. It's like the nuts this turn for Yabi would be like clock draw, go to level 1, Tri-Field the Darkness, and yeah.
Great thing about this deck too, you're not running any weird like multicolor level 1s or anything like that. It is just yellow. See what Yabi's got here. Brainstormer down. Aqua's a search Brainstormer. Has when you trigger a climax, you give a character 1,000 power.
Hits 2.
Hits 2.
After canceling. Ooh.
Insane. First deck sack.
Search is a merger piece.
There might be.
Well, he's gonna probably.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop it to salvage something. I'm assuming. Does the drop salvage cost stock, or is it just rest it and then just
ditch that level 0?
Okay. Yeah. So the last card in his stock though is another merge piece, so he might be thinking of a way to possibly pay that out.
Yeah, we'll have to see here.
Or he might just be fine with 3 of them. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Throws it.
Combo piece. Or gets the combo, rather.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep. Drops 2 more of the combo. Slams wind. We go.
Yeah, triple.
Standard.
It's the big strength of this list. It's really hard to not at least double or triple combo.
Yeah.
Almost slime levels of consistency. All probably comparable. It's a little different. But the double drop search is really insane. UA leveling the bubblegum healer.
Well, I mean, his deck does require some stuff for experience.
Yeah, it does.
Makes sense. Grabs the level 0. UA eats this though. That's a little. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, that is pretty bad. Hopefully he doesn't eat this one.
0.
Another swing for 3. Oh, okay.
We're Gucci.
See if. Looks like UA did not resolve the Ice King.
He did not know.
Interesting.
He might be trying to burn through all of the stock this turn, or the stock that he has now on something else other than Ice King.
Well, Ice King is stockless. It's just pitch a card. You pitch a character. It's when it becomes reversed. You can grab a Marceline. Maybe he didn't have any Marcelines left in deck. That's possible. Here's one in clock. Okay. UA figuring out here how he wants to take this turn.
Darkness are actually fairly large, right? Like, I think what? Yeah, so the sides are 6'5", and then the other one is 6K.
Yeah, the
one's
the
behind
ones
the
in front
darkness,
of the
or in front of the darkness, are 6'5", and then the other one's 6K.
Yeah, which is why UA goes for the Bonder here, because it gives 1,000 power to Finns. Also getting his sword, which is going to give another. So Finns are going to be up 15 off base before anything else happens.
And then the Brainstormer also gives an extra 500, right?
So long as the event is in memory. The event's not in memory yet. So
I'm assuming he's about to slam down the sword and then the other event.
Yeah.
So there goes the sword. Ooh, it's a pretty good hit.
Let's see what else happens here.
Assuming we're going to see... his camera quality kind of died. Okay, yeah, so he's got double of the Stalker.
Slamming a climax here, fairly safe. In terms of like what he can get over, whatnot. After the additional 1,500, it'd be 2,500 additional power.
He's asking Christian to see how many cards he's got left in deck. I think Christian's actually not out everything, so I think he still has probably like 2 climaxers or so left in his deck.
I've been watching UA. I've been tracking.
I think it's 1 or 2.
Looks like he might be gearing up to play Remember You here. Moving them around. Yeah, we saw Yavi grab the level 0s last turn.
Yeah.
Because he's not expected to hit level 2. So having the level 0s lets him, like we said in the past game, react to level 1. Staying at level 1 because it's a salvage.
It's on 1. So that should be a tie, right? Or does it, I thought the Princess Bubblegum worked off the or the red card worked off the Remember You event.
Should.
Or does it work off the sword? Because if so, they're tied, right? It'd be 6-5.
Should be 6-5.
Unless I'm misremembering something.
Yeah, I don't think they.
I'm trying to verify right now.
Yeah, Dan is
Sorry about that. We're just trying to verify with the players.
Yeah. New set.
Imagine reading your cards even though they're in English. Hits a door on the last swing. That's kind of unfortunate. Still gets a good chunk of stock, though. So I think this is probably a pretty easy turn for Christian. Barely took any damage.
Yeah. And he has like full grave access because he didn't refresh either, so he can go and grab whatever he wants.
Yep.
Which we're gonna see right here. Grabbing another one.
Makes sense.
If he has another wind, pretty wild, but it's just a good body as well.
Yeah.
This is sort of like what we brought up at the very beginning. How Yabi is going to have this sort of mid-game advantage of being able to hold board cross turn.
Yep. Pushes up the brainstorm. I guess he doesn't need it since he has the double.
He's thinking about cashing in his other. Yeah, he's. So I guess he is going to.
Well, if he has a wind here, that's actually like completely nuts, right?
Yeah, 100%. The way he's played the turn
with the wind, yeah.
The way he's played the turn makes it seem as if he's had the win. But even if he doesn't, it's still pretty good because like it exchanges those cards for something else. You only need 2 on the board. Yeah. He's just trying to like toolbox here. Grab what he needs.
Fortunately, UA eats a lot of the damage.
He's not in that bad of a spot though.
He's not. But it's still kind of sucks, right?
Yeah, I mean, Yabi's going into his next deck here almost perfectly. He did trigger that wind, but he's completely set, likely perfectly sculpted.
Likely, he's not going to need to clock drop pretty much for the remainder of the game.
No, he's completely set.
So it would be nice for UA if he's able to play a couple of those Stockulars this turn. Or he just hits like 2 on a brainstorm. That's fine too.
Yeah, also works. Grabs back some stalkers.
So stalkers and another copy of the brainstorm. Well, okay, maybe not another copy of the brainstorm. Ice King, okay. Refresh count. Okay. It's a little interesting to see that he grabbed the refresh counter because okay, so he did have.
Finally, remember you getting down here. Remember you just being a salvage, where at the beginning of your main phase you can choose to discard a climax to add it back to your hand, which also activates his brainstormer here.
Gonna push up Flame Princess, probably drop another brainstorm in the back row. So this will ensure that he is over every lane.
Flame Princess.
Flame Princess might not be able to. Well, no. Flame Princess.
There's a sword. There's a sword. Flame Princess.
There's a sword, and the brainstormer is given a power, right? So
yes, brainstormer is not activated.
We're just explaining powers right now.
Yeah.
Either way, UA should be over every lane. And I don't think he needs to worry about counters because I don't think Christian runs any level 1 counters in the build. So it should be free lanes for him to take.
Yeah, if anything, it's like maybe 1-2K. I don't believe he's running that, though.
Probably, honestly, just don't have the room for it. I think it's you probably view the Darkness's Living cross turn as kind of a bonus. They don't necessarily have to. Wouldn't Flame Princess be over? Because Flame Princess should be 2-5, right?
Flame Princess should be 2-5, yes.
The Brainstormer's only 1-5. So can we ask the players?
Yeah.
This is it's about the quality I could expect out of the Strictly Broken crew.
Yeah,
so Christian hits level 2 here. The
Christian-
absolute nutter butters this turn is for him to get like double, triple trance off.
he is running one of the 2K. I just double checked.
Okay.
Makes sense. Yeah. Double trance and the early play dark set 1 darkness coming down this turn.
Yep.
Uh
And then even more nuts would just be the Aqua back row because he has a balloon level.
which he should be able to get.
And then if he does this, UA's crashing in for the rest of the game. He's not going to be able to do much else.
Yes, the darkness EP is only if your opponent has a level 3 out.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be double trance and then the back row. Okay, are we taking bets? Is he actually playing a choice this turn?
I would like to see a choice.
Place down the brainstorm. Interesting.
Throws yet another one.
Well, I mean, like he. Wait, what? What's going on?
He must have drew multiples. Or does not have.
Yeah, I guess he's
Another
just probably going to
Vanir.
go for another wind. Yeah,
Okay.
it's only
Does not have another
wind.
Vanir. Okay. Taking stock of where his Vanirs are.
Swinging in big. UA's debating on a potential counter here. He does have the refresh counter. Nah, he just gambles, gets
Yep.
there.
If there are numbers to gamble on, if you're thinking about refreshing, it is larger ones.
Just adds the level 0 darkness.
Now, here we see the refresh.
Yep.
Because he's also going to get the stock off the attack.
Yeah, he does win the lane with the refresh now.
Makes sense. Yet another 2-stock refresh.
It's pretty good. 2-stock refresh, win the lane, keep your card that like generates you extra stock. That's pretty solid.
Pretty good.
While the other Finn is probably gonna die, I mean, it's not like he's gonna get over the level 3 with a Finn.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm assuming next turn for UA, especially if he manages to like sack some of these cancels and stay at level 2, he's probably gonna try to Adachi the level 3 off. and then just run over the
in
other
a much
part.
better position to do so than last game.
Yeah, and he's also, well, I don't know if he's really want. I mean, he's probably gonna like, if he has the opportunity, he's probably gonna play the early play stock healer down. But it's still kind of awkward just because it can be met with a darkness in response.
Cancels and then takes the
Cancels
blind
off
stock.
the top. That's pretty good. Grabs leaf a counter. Makes sense.
No, he said he was stalking it. He's stalking
Okay.
Vonir. Okay.
Yeah, stocks of Veneer. Okay. You 8-style him. That's fine.
Yeah. More than enough resources to play stock healers.
Yep. Even still, his Princess Bubblegum, not his Princess Bubble. Is the early play healer Princess Bubblegum?
Yes,
I'm
it
not
is.
super familiar
Yeah.
with Adventure Time names. Okay, yeah. So his Princess Bubblegum should be able to actually get over the Darkness early play because that's only sitting at 10-5 right now, and unless he runs multiple like copies of like
Frontal
counter.
500.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it is at 11. Yeah, you're right.
11,
Even
yeah.
still, it would be the what's her nut? Yeah, that card he just played down.
Yeah.
It's still a tie. Yeah. Doesn't hit off of this brainstorm.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. Has to go for another. There we go.
Really hits off of this brainstorm though. Just grabs a Flame Princess and refresh counter. Okay.
Yeah. He must have some finishers in hand already.
Yeah. Well, if he has if he plays down another sword event. Oh no, he just plays down the Adachi.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, the sword. If he played down another sword event, he'd be able to get over that because then the thing would be at 11-5. Oh, we got some JK Neverminds going on here. Still attacks in the center first.
Takes the top check X.
Yep. Oof.
No, it's happening.
That's kind of unfortunate. He grabs back the sack counter, or not sack counter, the anti-change counter.
Yep.
And then, yeah, the early play goes away. Oh my gosh.
No, UA.
Not like this. Pepe hands. So we had the Fable triple trigger after refresh. The sad part is I think UA is actually out like what 6 climaxes now because he just hit 2 on, he canceled once, hit 2 on a brainstorm, just triple triggered. And it's actually a pretty thick deck he's got left. That's not counting if he's holding one in hand too.
That is really, really, really
That
bad.
is the sign of death. And like Christian's just also able to like slam down these early plays like there's no tomorrow. Goes for the brainstorm. Grabs Fumio for potential level 3. You think this is the turn he doesn't, where he just does a double trance into early play darkness?
Yeah, we'll have to see. Grabs Fumio just to have it. Believe he runs 2. Double checking his list here. Does run 2 Fumio, so just wants to make sure he has access to it.
Yep.
little bit of slide spaghetti. Got to play some other card first. Oh, looks like he's not trancing this turn.
I mean, it's still fine, right?
Yeah,
Still has a
before,
pretty
like,
big board. Gets to heal off of this too. Like, yeah. I think Christian's just in like a really commanding position. And it's not like the darkness can even be anti-changed. He would need to Adachi that darkness if he wanted to do anything.
throws another 0, gets a salvage, grabs powered up, has powered up into Fumio on command.
Yeah.
One of Konosuba's strongest options from now until the end of time. They will always play it.
Yeah, he's gonna swing direct first. Wind? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
This is really sad because now he has another empty lane to attack into while Yue's in this like really uncompressed state, so he can't even play free fresh here.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Swinging in for 4. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is it.
And he hits the trigger on the okay.
Does
Okay.
cancel. Okay.
Okay. So Yue still has a shot. It's not a very good one. He's about a level and a half behind, but he's still technically in this game. The problem is, how do you pay out all those climaxes? Because I think Yue also only has like a 4-card hand.
Yavi
right?
offered.
Oh no! Yue restocked on hand.
Yavi just offered you a best of 5. That's so BM. That's so funny. Gonna slam down some Finn and Jakes for the heals.
Sad part is it's like he's still in like this hella awkward position, right? Just because the darkness also has the Arsa but like revenge burn. So he can't be like swinging too big in that lane.
Yeah.
And even then, it's like Christian has a lot of stock right now. So if he hits Christian to level 3, Christian will just rip him apart because he already has what is it, the People's Elbow Megumin into Fumio.
Yeah. Like Yue wants to kind of be at that deck state where he just attacks through the rest of his small deck. I believe that's maybe 1 or 2 cards.
I think he only has one
doesn't
right
have
now.
a grave. It's his best chance to survive.
So ideally, you would want to leave Yabi at like 2, 2-4, 2-5, probably more 2-4, just so that he can't like clock draw into 2-6 and then refresh would be 3-0 and go in.
Yue does successfully play everything out.
And just heal down too, which is pretty nice. He's going to be a 3-2 once the next turn starts, though, which is kind of still kind of like a really dangerous spot. All right, his Finn the human and Jake the dog attack the mesmerizing Aqua Goddess.
Oh,
Aqua.
God. Phrases from my nightmares.
Definitely didn't think you'd be saying those phrases when you're playing Weiss, that's for sure.
Nope. But here we are.
The really sad part for Yabi here would be if, well, not Yabi, Yue here, is if Yabi triple cancels him.
Yeah.
The Nito WSI cut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he eats it. Okay, do you pass turn here? No, he's going in.
Yeah.
Cancels that swing. Oh, he's just going in. All right, yeah, he just does not care.
I don't think he can at this point. He needs all the resources he can. He needs to sack another turn.
That's what I'm saying. I think the
always
only
thinking
real way. I think the only real way he can get away with sacking a turn is by potentially just leaving Yabi at like 2-5.
But his
Because I think
six is a
Yabi-
meaningful threshold for him because 6 lets him double Finn Jake.
I suppose.
Yeah, so he's thinking like he's like weighing Yabi canceling. And also just generally being behind. Oh, foreclosure. No.
Yabi does hit 3-0.
And just
And this
put them
does,
playing
yeah,
card.
and this does let him aqua. So
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
still thinking about doing the darkness. Yeah, he's gonna go for the darkness.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Cancel.
Yui does cancel it though. That's pretty good. So I'm assuming we're gonna see Megumin into Aqua,
Yeah.
especially with the line he just did there.
Yep.
Here comes the Fumio.
Comes.
That's a lot of cards going back now. I think like what? That was 7?
6 or 7 cards. It was
Well,
6
yeah, it's
cards.
six stock, and then the early play. So yeah, it would be 7.
No, that'd be 8 because he canceled on 2.
Oh, okay.
So it would be 8 cards. Oh, he took burn before a stock swap.
No, you're supposed to. Because how that
No. He did it the other way. He replaced with foreclosure, then burn.
Oh, okay. I was like, no, because that's how you're supposed to do it. Because the foreclosure happens at the end of the turn.
Double loss. No, game loss. But